Mexican poet and academic Cesar A. Cruz once said, quote, "Art should comfort the disturbed and disturb the comfortable." You may have heard this quote before, whether it be from an insightful friend, book, or video, or you might have heard it from one of those edgy weirdos with a sad Bart PFP trying to defend Rent-A-Girlfriend or Urban Spook. Whether or not you believe those words to have any true value or not, I think we can agree that people who have suffered from abuse, mental illness, or tragedy in their life can relate to this. Many people, including myself, find comfort in, quote, disturbing art. Specifically, as of late, I've been dipping my toes into new music that I haven't heard before, alongside reading new stuff I haven't read or finished. The more I listened, and the more I read, I began to make comparisons within my head. Comparisons that brought me to an interesting conclusion. Oisayamui Punpun, or Goodnight Punpun, depending on which you prefer, by Inio Asano, has the same thematic story beats as Tyler the Creator's entire discography. At least, very accurately, the intro, his, opening discography, first 3 albums, maybe 4, yeah, that's very much in line with Punpun. The rest can definitely be debated, but that's for the end of the video. We'll talk about that at the end. So in this video, thoroughly, I'll only be discussing Bastard all the way to Cherry Bomb. Yes, I'm entirely serious that these two are very similar, and here's why. In the beginning of Goodnight Punpun, the story focuses on Punpun's school life and him learning about himself. Similar to the setting of Tyler the Creator's first album, Bastard. Only difference is that the main storyline of Bastard is centered within a school therapy session. However, the album does share many stories of the fictional Tyler the Creator and the fictional Odd Future group and their misadventures in school as youngsters. Hi, Future Editing Jesse here. I just want to say I'm sorry for mispronouncing that. I don't know how I misread parade. I don't know how I did that, but I did. So I just want to say I'm sorry for mispronouncing that shit. When the serious tone of Parade and what it says about maturity hits, that is definitely the ending of Chapter 1. The chapter in which Punpun walks in on his father, who has seemingly beaten his mother to a pulp. After this, many violent things happen to Punpun and around Punpun. Not just physical violence, but verbal violence as well. It's all enough to traumatize a kid. What would really traumatize Punpun, though, is his young relationship with a girl named Aiko. Aiko is a girl who Punpun falls in love with at first sight. He adores her. They make a promise to run away together, but surprisingly, the day this was supposed to happen, Punpun's mother returns from the hospital. Chapter 20 is what I'd say is the beginning of Punpun's, quote, Sarah arc. Punpun desperately wants to get with Aiko. He needs to get with Aiko. But his attempts fall flat. They mean nothing to her now. Punpun lied twice, and it's clear that his words are hollow. I don't want to die. Even so, Punpun still loved Aiko. Tyler didn't want to die in the story of Sarah, but he also loved her, even if it was incredibly fucked up. In the following chapter, Punpun's father returns for one last visit. In this chapter, Punpun witnesses his father not just lying, but his father also creeping on young women. Not just that, but a liar whose words come across as hollow to Punpun. This can obviously be compared to Inglorious, especially since after this Punpun's father would no longer be a part of his life. This is the end of Goodnight Punpun's first real quote arc, if you can even call it that. The next arc fits perfectly with one of Tyler's most beloved albums, Wolf. Wolf is an album about a summer camp, one filled with love and tragedy. The album is about a young man at a summer camp of sorts named Wolf, making a new frenemy, who he does not fuck with at all. His name is Sam. He especially wants the new kid Sam to stay away from Wolf's girlfriend, Salem. This ends in failure, with the girlfriend cheating on Wolf with Sam. This causes the two friends to dislike each other even more, and it leads to violent thoughts within the main character's head. It's a really good album with a really good story. It has themes of confidence, of teen love, and hating someone who at first, at least, did nothing to wrong you. Starting in chapter 23, Punpun has moved up a couple grades into a young adult. No longer a complete child. Middle school type of age. Punpun befriends someone in his class who he does not like at all, because he is dating the now much older Aiko. Punpun is still in love, so this hurts him internally. This is hell, he thinks to himself. Punpun and the boy befriended, Sono, decide on how to handle the situation of Aiko. Sono says that if he loses the upcoming tournament, he'll forget about Aiko, and Punpun will have to confess his still everlasting love to Aiko. But if Sono wins, Aiko will be his forever. This parallels the misogynistic themes of Wolf, that being the two boys' views of Salem. They do love Salem, but the two boys also see her as a trophy of sorts, something to yearn for and earn, something they want and think they deserve. I love your mother, but she's more of a pet to me type of shit. But, like, less messed up. I don't know how to describe it, really. This parallels Goodnight Punpun perfectly, because at this point in the story, Punpun and Sono are quite literally using Aiko as a trophy. She's something to fight over, something to lust over, something to win. They literally decide who she stays with, without her knowing, purely based on a sports match. Like a middle school sports match, too. Sono loses. He loses badly. He's not doing good whatsoever. But Punpun can't have Aiko. He still can't confront her. He's won, he's gotten what he wants, but he can't accept it whatsoever. For the next album, Cherry Bomb, I'm not going to go into too much details because I don't wish to spoil any more of Goodnight Punpun or Tyler the Creator's music. I also think that it isn't necessary because I've made my point. I don't want to be one of those channels that just recaps entire mangas and says, oh, look at this, it's kind of like this. But anyways, Cherry Bomb as an album is a sort of transition piece. It's the start of what people consider to be the new Tyler. It's a loud, angry album that shows a more frustrated side of Tyler, because during the transition, a fear of his was him being chained down to the genre of music he had started with. That shows in this album because it tries a lot of new things, but also sticks with a lot of genre basics, and also Tyler's unique sound. This could honestly be easily compared to a large chunk of the rest of Goodnight Punpun, as a lot of the story is about an adult Punpun doing his best to find his sound, find his limits, and he angrily vents his frustrations to the world through his actions. And I'll leave it at that. I think I made my point, and instead would like to discuss why these two art projects are so similar, and why their audiences are also so similar. So, just to recap, the things that Tyler the Creator and Goodnight Punpun have in common are its themes. Rough around the edges parents, confusing romance, sexual assault, coming of age, anger towards the world, murder, and death. And most obviously, change. Old Tyler and new Tyler are very different, just as young Punpun and old Punpun are very different. I think this also gives depth to the question of why do people like this type of more disturbing media? Well, it's simple, really. The people who enjoy these works are either young Punpuns or new Tylers. What do I mean by this? Well, think of it this way. I've noticed that in my personal experience that there are very specific people who indulge themselves in this media, and it's people with both personal trauma and or intrusive thoughts. Not millennial intrusive thoughts like, OMG, I spent $40 on a cute lamp, I let my intrusive thoughts win, but actual intrusive thoughts. Now, having intrusive thoughts isn't bad. Is it fun? Hell no! Hell no! Hell no! Hell no! Hell no! Hell no! Hell no, mama! It's Rick and Morty time. No. Absolutely not. Is it healthy? To an extent, yes, it is. But what is certain is that after a certain point, intrusive thoughts and trauma become too much to bear, and it is time to move forward and change for the better. Get a better head on your shoulders and all that. But some people are afraid of that change and are not willing to accept it. I think that's very interesting, especially with the topic of today's video, because there are both Tyler the Creator fans and Goodnight Punpun fans who are not very glad with the direction of both of the artworks took. You always online see people complaining about the direction of Tyler's music, saying he's gone soft and his new work isn't as good. Many people have said the ending of Punpun isn't good, despite the fact it's genuinely the best way the series could have ended. What do these two things have in common? Change. It's change. At the end of each of these stories, the main protagonist changes. They accept their flaws and work towards being a better them. They work towards a brighter future in which they are a part of. To make my point clear, I want to make one last comparison. The last scene of Punpun is him with his newfound family and his future he built with his own hands, even if not on purpose. The final song in Chromacopia is about everything Tyler has sung about up to this point. Both endings, whether bittersweet like Punpun or joyous like Tyler, are the final cries from the protagonists and the future they built themselves. It's all relatable to an extent, even to those who don't suffer with as many bad intrusive thoughts and trauma. Honestly, I have no idea if I'm onto something here or if this is just me talking out my ass. I mainly just wanted to make this video because I wanted an excuse to make a Tyler the Creator Goodnight Punpun edit and post it to the main channel. But even if I'm entirely wrong, even if this video sucks, I don't know. Something about writing this video brought a bit of closure to me. I have no idea why, but it did. To be honest and get real with you, I've been going through a metamorphosis of sorts, like a butterfly. Just something about this topic and gushing about what I love about it has made me feel joyous and a bit sad. Who knows really, but hey, at least this video will get good engagement. All publicity is good publicity, as they say. That's not how you say the word, but you get what I'm saying. I really appreciate everybody who watched this video to the end, or anybody who just clicked on it because of the thumbnail or the title. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and take care. Make sure to finish your current art project, okay?